Yeah, no, I feel like a cougar. And like the nice blonde girl with big tits is trying to take my job, trying to take my man. There's a chip on the shoulder. Obviously, I've lost two in a row, but I've also only lost to the best in the world, with Merab Dvalishvili, who's the current champ now, and then losing a split decision to Aljo upon my comeback. So it's been good, Steve. I think this camp is there's a chip on the shoulder, and I personally like it. I personally enjoy it.
What do you think of Song as an opponent? You've been in there against the best of the best.
Yeah, no, I think Song has a lot of attributes, and particularly he's an explosive fighter. He's got heavy hands. If he catches you with those, it's probably doesn't feel good. So, but I also see some deficiencies in there too, and like all of us, But I personally like the matchup.
Where do you go from there? You go in there, you take care of business. Is your eye, I see your titles behind you. Is the goal still to get right back up there and get to the top?
Oh, for sure, man. There's the goal is still to go and do one last push, man, to make a run to get to to become champ once again. And I do believe that I could do it. I had a, it was, I got beat up a little bit by Marab, and I would love to run that back, dude, eventually. And but there's Jan that's there, anybody and everybody who's ahead of me. I mean, I would, this is where the UFC kind of takes over. And at this point, when you're no longer champ, dude, you don't ask what you want. You're told with who you're gonna fight next. So that's just how it is, man.
You've been doing this a long time. You've walked away before. You're busy. You're doing the killer podcast with Kamaru. You got the kids at home. But are you still passionate about this? Is there even a time frame, or now it's just one fight at a time and see where it goes from there?
No, I think no, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, of course. I mean, my performance is gonna say everything. I had a great camp, but it's really what really matters is what you do in that octagon when it's live and there's people watching or whatnot. So I'm giving the effort I'm giving my all, the effort, my expertise, my composure, like everything's gonna be fine at all cylinders. Now, the results are gonna say it all. Does the Triple C still have it? And I believe I do. And this is the same reason why I'm stepping in.
Is there a way you want to take care of business next Saturday?
Oh hell yeah, man! I want this dude eating that canvas. I want face down, ass up, Steve. That's the way to do it. So I want to make sure that this guy remembers me, and I want to make sure that I feel satisfied, and I want to make sure that I'm beat up from my body from the punishment that I'm gonna unleash. And obviously I know he's not gonna sit there and let me hit him. So it's gonna be a scrap.
You're there still to save the card. Was it bittersweet seeing Dominic, the other one of the other bantamweight greats of all time, on the card with you? That was a pretty cool connection, and seeing what happened to him. If this is it for him, kind of sad to see him go out this way, right?
Yeah, it is, man. I don't think Dominic really, I don't think he really made those adjustments, man, on how to really train properly, correctly, listening to his body. I think he's just brittle, dude. And he talked a lot of shit wanting to fight me. You imagine if he would have locked the fight down, the dude would have pulled out, dude, that would have been terrible or miserable. But I'm glad I'm gonna get an opponent that's game. But Dominic, I think he was more injured than he actually competed. I mean, I think he just stick to being an analyst. That's about it.
Last thing for you, and you'll see each other next week. What's the message for Song Yadong before you guys get set to do business?
Well, Song Yadong, I hope you're holding five aces, bro, because the Triple C's coming, and on February 22nd, there will be a new king of China, and his name is King Triple C.